Mm. Good afternoon, class. So please stand all. Let's start in three. Miss, can you lead the way? So before sitting down, please pick up the piece of paper under your chair and sit properly. Okay, handa na bang makinig ang lahat? So, ngayon may new lessons naman tayo. So, let's start in motivation. So, may papakita ako dito dalawang picture. Observe nyo lang kung ano yung napansin nyo sa picture na ipapakita ko. Just raise your hand if gusto nyo magsalita. So, here the picture. Yes? Okay, tama, no? Yung first picture is hindi accurate yung pagka-measure, kaya naging ganito yung texture. Yung second picture naman is sinunod talaga nila yung procedure and measurement, kaya naging maganda yung texture ng binibake nila. So, may ano na ba kayo idea about sa lessons natin ngayon? Yes? Okay, tama. It's all about measuring foods, ingredients, and cutting technique. So, before that, before tayo mag-proceed sa factory lessons natin, here my objective. So, at the end of the lessons, the student are expected to identify proper measuring tools and basic cutting technique. Next, appreciate the importance of accuracy in measuring and cutting of foods ingredients. Next, demonstrate correct measuring and cutting technique with uniformity and confidence. Okay? So, before that, may pa-activity tayo dito. So, yung next activity natin is for pick one word. So, familiar naman kayo, diba, sa games na to. So, may ipapakita ako apat na picture. So, hulaan nyo lang in a one word. So, here the first picture. So, anyone, may idea kayo? Just raise your hand. Okay, tama. It's all about measurement. So, next picture. Yes? Yes, tama is cutting. So, ngayon, let's proceed in our discussions. Measuring tools. Measuring tools are essential to get the ideal blend of ingredients for any ingredient. So, yung measuring tools daw, it is important talaga para makuha talaga natin yung tamang lasa ng isang ingredients. So, part of the reason why some may fail either cooking attempt is because they put in an inaccurate amount of ingredients. So, kaya madami talaga nagfe-fail, sa mga cooking, baking, kasi hindi nila sinunod yung mga measurement. Some dishes, especially baked, need measured ingredients. So, especially talaga sa pag-bake, important talaga na accurate talaga yung pagka-measure natin. So, this is why cook need to gauge ingredients accurately to have the bake would turn out well. So, kaya importante talaga na gumamit tayo ng measuring tools para yung kalabasan ng i-bake natin o yung iluluto natin is maganda yung kalabasan. Okay? Nagets ba kung bakit important yung measuring tools? Okay. So, next. So, the following is tools for measuring. So, first is measuring cups for measuring dry ingredients. So, when we say dry ingredients, ito na yung mga flour, sugar, and it comes in plastic or stainless. Size included 1/2, 1/3, or 1 cup. So, yung size nakikita natin ito sa handle ng measuring cup. Meron dun nakasulat kung ilang size yung cup na yun. Okay? So, next is measuring cups for measuring liquids ingredients. So, yung liquid ingredients naman is ito yung dapat natin gamitin, like yung mga milk, water. It's made of clear glass or plastic, transparent for easy viewing of quantity. So, dapat yung measuring cup natin for the liquid ingredients is transparent siya para makita natin yung nasa loob. Okay? So, next is measuring spoon. Measure small quantities of dry and wet ingredients. So, if if small ingredients lang naman yung needs natin, no? Like yung baking soda, if nag-bake tayo, di ba konti lang yung needs natin dun. So, yung gagamitin natin is measuring spoons. Okay? So, next is judicial scale. Measure of weight ingredients on electronic surface with display. So, yung judicial scales naman, ito yung ginagamit natin pang measure ng mga bigat ng ingredients. Okay? So, next is hanging scale. Old tool with hook for weighting heavy food like fish or meat. So, yung hanging scale, na to siya, matagal na. So, pero nakikita pa rin to sa mga like sa palengke, no? So, ginagamit ito para pang measure ng mga mabibigat na mga foods like yung mga fish or meat. So, next is kitchen timer. Alarm to prevent food from burning or overcooking. So, yung kitchen timer naman is ito yung ginagamit para pang-alarm pang-alarm natin para malaman natin if ilan lang yung example, no? If nagapakulo tayo ng meat. So mag-set lang tayo ng timer like 10 minutes ganun. Kung ilang minutes ba dapat pakuluan yung yung meat. So para maiwasan din natin, no, ma-overcooking or masunog. Baka makalimutan natin na may pinapakuluan pala tayo, no? Okay? So, next is temperature scale. Measure heat intensity using thermometers for meat, candy, drying ovens, or refrigerator. So, yung temperature scales, ito naman yung ginagamit pang measure ng init, like ng mga meat. Okay, kung gaano na ba kainit yung meat. So, ito yung ginagamit para ma-measure. Next is the technique. So, para mas mapadali yung pag-measure natin. So, here the technique. So, measuring liquid. So, if nag-measure tayo ng mga liquid ingredients, use clear or plastic liquid measuring cups for large quantities like milk, water, yun. Measure on a level surface, fall to the line, and check at the eye. So, if nakita nyo sa picture nyo, so dapat ganyan yung pag-measure natin. I-check talaga natin if tama na ba yung, kung nasa tamang line na ba talaga yung tubig. Like example, if naga-measure tayo ng tubig, kung ilan lang yung tubig na needs natin para dun sa ingredients. So, next is measuring dry ingredients. Use dry measuring cups for the large quantities like flour, sugar. So, yung naman, no, yung dry ingredients, ito yung mga flour. So, if naga-measure tayo dito, no, if nakikita nyo sa picture, dapat punuin, and then, if puno na, no, just age it, ganun, para ma-sure talaga natin, just level off, pag tama na yung pag-measure natin. Use the exact cup size needed. So, dapat no, yung mga exact talaga na yung gagamitin natin. Example, yung 1 cup talaga yung need natin na flour, yun yung gagamitin natin, pang measure. So, still flour before measuring. So, dapat, no, natin muna siya, i-stir muna natin para maalis yung buo-buo bago natin yun i-measure. Okay? So, next is brown sugar. Pack into dry cup until level. So, di ba yung yung brown sugar is buo-buo yan, di ba? So, if naga-measure tayo, if nakita niyo sa picture, if naga-measure tayo, di ba, dapat punuin and then push it sa loob kasi di ba siya buo-buo, dapat i-push natin ganun. And then should hold shape when turned outside down. So ilagay na natin sa lalagyan, no, dapat naga-shape siya parang pabilog. So in that way, no, malalaman natin na tama talaga yung pagka-measure natin dun sa brown sugar. So next is measuring cup. So, measuring fats. So, oil is measured like liquid. So, if naga-measure tayo ng oil is tulad lang siya ng ng liquid. Okay? Soft fats. So, yung soft fats naman is like yung mga sugar, mga margarine, yun. Are pressed into dry measure without air bubble. So, Ganon din, kung paano tayo mag-measure ng brown sugar, no, dapat ganon din yung pag-measure natin dun sa, like sa margarine, i-push natin ganun, para wala talaga maiwan na buo-buo dun sa loob. Film pots can be cut by package mark. Water displacement method can be used for pots. So, when we say water displacement method, no, ito yung kung saan pwede natin to gamitin pang measure ng mga like ng mga like ng mga margarine yun. So, next is measuring spoon. For small amounts of liquid or dry ingredients, use exact spoon size liquid to the top dry level of. So, dito naman sa measuring spoons, no, ito na yung if konti lang yung needs natin na ingredients, yun yung gamitin natin. So, if nag-measure tayo ng liquid ingredients, just punuin lang natin yun. Tapos, pag dry ingredients naman, just edge it. Dapat i-level off talaga natin. Ganun. Okay? So, next is measurement convention. So, ano nga ba yung measurement convention? How do you properly measure an ingredient? So, kung paano ba yung properly na pag-measure ng ingredients? So, measurement convention, there are 3: volume, count, volume, and weight. So, when we say count, an ingredient is listed based on the number of the whole item. So, dito is bibilangin lang natin if ilan yung ingredients na need natin. Like example, need natin ng 3 egg, just like 3 eggs. If kailangan natin ng 1 egg, just like, if kailangan natin ng 1 bananas, just like 1 bananas. So, dito, no, is bibilangin lang natin kung ilan yung needs natin. Dito naman sa volume, the measurement of space occupied by a solid, liquid, or gas. So, dito naman sa, sa volume is ilan karami yung needs natin. Like example, need natin ng 1 cup flour, 1 half milk, like that. Okay? So, next is weight. The measurement of its mass or heaviness using a scale. So, dito naman sa, sa weight is kung gaano kabigat yung ingredients. So, they can measure both liquid and dry. So, pwede dito yung liquid and dry. Okay? So, next is cutting technique. Why proper cuts are important? Uniformity ensure even predictable cooking time. Size is important for stock or soup. Larger coarse cut help to prevent items from breaking down and clothing stock. So, like example, no? Yung pagka-cut natin ng mga vegetable is same. So, may tendency na yung pagkaluto ng mga vegetable is sabay-sabay. Pero, if hindi same yung pagka-cut natin, may malalaki, may maliliit, so may tendency na baka ma-overcook yung maliliit, tapos yung mga malalaki naman is hindi maluluto. So, dapat if nag-cut tayo, same na sizes. Okay? So, and also, no, if, like example sa if nagaluto tayo ng sabaw, if malaki yung pag-cut natin ng vegetable, like yung, yung tawag dun? Basta yung mga veggies, no, if malaki yung pagka-cut natin, yung lumalasa talaga yung sabaw na linuluto natin. So, kaya, important talaga na malaman natin yung different cutting technique. So, I have here 10 example of cutting technique. So, first is chopping. Cutting veggies into irregular but similar pieces. 1/2, 3/4 in. Common for onions, tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, pepper, mushroom. Help food cook evenly. So, yung chopping, no, ito yung cutting technique na kung saan kahit ano na yung pagka-cut natin ng mga vegetable, pero dapat similar yung mga pieces. Same lahat yung mga pieces. Okay? So, next is dicing. Cutting into small uniform cubes, 1/4 in or 1/2 in. Mostly for onions, garlic, tomatoes, in salad, soup, and salsas. Ensure even cooking. So, dito naman sa dicing, ito yung cut na like pa-box na cut. And common talaga to siya sa mga salad, soup, and salsas. 'Di ba? If sa yung natin, yung sausawan natin, ganito yung pag-cut natin paano siya, pa box. Next is mince. Mince, chopping very finely, smaller than 1/8 in, done with the garlic, ginger, or herbs to release strong flavor. So, dito naman sa mince, ito yung cutting technique na kung saan yung pagkakat natin is pinong-pino talaga para lumabas yung lasan ay yung aroma talaga ng ng spices like yung mga garlic, ginger. Okay? So next is bias cut. Diagonal oval shape slices. So dito naman sa bias cut, ito yung cutting technique kung saan pa diagonal or pa oval shape yung yung cutting. Look attractive and cook quickly. So nakaka-help ito para para maging presentable yung linuluto natin. Great for stir fries or soup. So brunoise, very small, 1/8 in cubes. So dito sa brunoise cutting technique, same lang sila dun sa dicing na pa box. Pero dito sa sa brunoise is medyo maliit siya compared dun sa dicing na cutting technique. Okay? Yun na, ginagamit yung cutting technique na to sa mga salsas, sa mga soup, yun. Next is chiffonade. Chiffonade cutting leafy greens. So, dito naman sa chiffonade is, ito yung technique kung saan yung ginagamit natin is yung mga leafy greens na veggies, like yung spinach. So, kung napapansin nyo, diba, sa pasta, meron siya yung parang green na, so yun na yun. Just, i-roll lang natin yung leafy greens and then cut it. Yun, na natin. May design na tayo, diba? Din siya. Nakaka-help din dito para mas maging attractive yung dishes natin. Next is batonade. Stick shape cut. So, yung batonade is pa-stick shape siya. Ito yung first step to dice. So if magawa tayo ng dice yung dice na cutting technique, ito yung una nating gawin. Pahaba siya. Madali lang to siya gawin kasi pahaba. Yes. Next is rondel. Rondel ground slices. So dito naman sa rondel is pabilog na slices siya. Plum cylindrical veggies like carrots, cucumber, zucchini, good for soup, starch, and salads. Next is lyonnaise. Thin onions, 1/4 in, cut into half moon. So, dito sa lyonnaise, ito yung cutting technique kung saan like pa half moon like pa half moon yung design niya. Okay? Like example, sa onion, di ba? If nagka-cut tayo ng onion, siya, pa-half moon. So, yun yung example niya. Best for caramelizing steel fries and French onion soup. So, next is slicing. Cutting thin, even slices. So, dito sa slicing naman is ito yung cutting technique where very thin talaga yung pagka-cut. And yun. And also, it used for tomatoes, cucumber, bell pepper, and bread. Use tomato knife. So, if yung if yung ikakat natin is mga veggies, use tomato knives. If yung ikakat natin naman is mga loaves, like bread, use bread knives. Okay? So, yun yung mga 10 cutting technique na mga basic cutting technique na dapat natin malaman kasi nakaka-help ito para mas maging malasa yung dishes na gusto nating iluto. Naintindihan ba yung lessons natin ngayon? Any clarifications? Just raise your hand if may question kayo. Anyone? Okay, kung wala na, ako yung magque-question sa inyo. Okay, just raise your hand lang if gusto niyo magsalita. So, I have here 3 questions. So, first question is, why accurate measurement is important in cooking and baking? So, bakit nga ba important yung accurate na measurement? Anyone? Yes? Yes, tama, no? Yung tamang pag-measure ng mga ingredients, like if nag-bake or nag-luto tayo, mahalaga talaga para makuha natin yung gusto nating na lasa, and also, nakakaiwas din ito, like example, if hindi tama yung measurement na ginamit natin sa pag-measure ng if nag-bake tayo, no, may tendency na masasayang lang yung yung mga ingredients, di ba? So kaya importante talaga yun. Okay na ngayon. So okay class, may ba kayo? So, okay class, naintindihan ba yung lessons natin ngayon? Any clarification? Just raise your hand if may tanong kayo. Okay? Anyone? Okay, kung ganun, naintindihan niyo yung lessons. So, if wala kayo question, ako yung magko-question. So, I have here 3 questions. So, if gusto nyo magsalita, just raise your hand lang. Okay? So, number 1 question. Why is accurate measurement important in cooking and baking? So, bakit nga ba mahalaga yung accurate measurement? Yes? Okay, tama, no? Mahalaga talaga na accurate yung pagka-measure natin para makuha natin yung lasa na gusto natin. And also, if example, no, nag-bake tayo, para hindi masayang yung mga ingredients na gagamitin natin, di ba? Isang pagkakamali lang, pwedeng masisira na, o masisira yung binibake natin. So, masasayang lang yung pera. Okay, so, number 2 question, why should we level of dry ingredients? Anyone? Yes? Okay, tama, no? Importante talaga na if nag-measure tayo ng mga dry ingredients, i-level off natin para makuha talaga natin yung tamang measurement. Kasi pag hindi natin ganun, i-level off, pwedeng masobrahan pa yung ingredients na natin na ingredients pwedeng masobrahan o makulangan. So, kaya dapat talaga i-level off natin. Okay? So, next is, why cooking problem can happen if cuts are uneven? So, bakit nga ba? Yes? Okay, no? Tama. If hindi tama yung pagka-cut natin ng mga ingredients, ay yung mga ingredients, like yung mga carrots. So, may tendency, if yung pag-cut natin may malaki, may maliit, so may tendency na ma-overcook yung mga maliliit na cut, and hindi maluluto yung mga malalaking cut. Okay? So dapat talaga na if nag-cut tayo, same lahat, para same na para sabay-sabay din maluluto yung mga prutas. Ay, yung mga like yung mga carrots, yun, yung mga vegetable. Okay? So, next is, I have here, so may pa-activity tayo dito. That's called Cooking with Words and Wisdoms. So, instruction. The class will divide into 4 groups. Each group will create a slogan related to measuring ingredients, accuracy, tools, method, or basic cutting technique, uniformity, safety, and purpose. After creating the slogan, the group must prepare a short explanation. Choose 1 or 2 representative to explain your slogan. So, i-divide ko kayo into 4 groups, no? This will the group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So, may ba kayo? Nag-gets ba yung instruction ko? Okay, so, bibigyan ko kayo ng 20 minutes to start the slogan activity. So, very good class mo. Nagawa nyo ng ayos yung activity nyo. So, ngayon, let's proceed to our quiz. Just get 1/4 paper. Okay? 10 items lang to, class. Okay, number 1. Pass the paper. Okay, next is, we have assignment for next meeting. So, search about the kitchen is structure, use, and care. So, sa notebook nyo lang ito isulat, class. Okay? So, may question pa ba kayo? If wala na, goodbye, class. Thank you.